Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Asfa bin Muhammad Yusof, and I'm from Diploma of Manufacturing Engineering. I'm the one person who is volunteer to describe about one topic that we take part to present about this assignment. So, this is my group, teammates, Ahmad Nurdin bin Fazli, Taufik bin Muhammad Sahih, and me, Muhammad Asfa bin Muhammad Yusof, Nur Izan Nashihin, and the last person is Nur Alia Tasnim. So we we sorry, we want to present about this topic, and that topic is laser. So we go through to the introduction. Laser is a device that emits light through a process of optical amplification based on the stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. The laser originated is an acronym for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. The first laser was built in 1960 by Theodore H. Maiman at Hager's Research Laboratory based on theoretical work by Charles Hart Tornes and other Leonard Shallow. Laser differs from other sources of light in that it emits light which is coherent. Spatial coherence allows a laser to be focused to a light spot, enabling applications applications such as laser cutting and lithography. So that's all from me to introduce about laser. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Izan Nashin. Now I want to discuss about component of a laser. The three basic components of a laser are lasting material, for example, crystal, case, semiconductor, and die. Next, pump source. Function of pump source is add energy to the lasting material. For example, flash an electrical current to cause electron collision radiation from a laser and so on. Next, optical cavity. Optical cavity consisting of reflector to act as the feedback mechanism for light amplification. Next, types of laser. First, semiconductor laser. The laser diode is a light-emitting diode with an optical cavity to amplify the light emitted from the energy bandgap that exists in semiconductor. They can be turned by varying the applied current, temperature, or magnetic field. Next, gas laser. Gas laser consists of a gas-filled tube placed in the laser cavity. A voltage is applied to the tube to excite the atom in the gas to a population inversion. The light emitted from this type of laser is normally continuous wave. Next, free electron laser. Free electron laser have the ability to generate wavelength from the microwave to the X-ray region. They operate by having an electron beam in an optical cavity pass through a regular magnetic field. The last is common dye laser. Dye laser employ an active material in a liquid suspension. The dye cell contains the lasing medium.
From our observation, we found out that a semiconductor laser (LD) is a device that causes laser oscillation by flowing an electric current to semiconductor. The mechanism of light emission is the same as light-emitting diode LED. Light is generated by flowing the forward current to a p-n junction. In forward bias operation, the p-type layer is connected with the positive terminal and the n-type layer is connected with the negative terminal. Electrons enter from the n-type layer and holes from the p-type layer. When the two meet at the junction, an electron drops into a hole and light is emitted at the time.
The basic structure of a semiconductor laser is the active layer. That emission layer sandwiches between the P and N type. That layer's double heterostructure is formed on an N-type substrate, and voltage is applied across the P-N junction from the electrode. The edge of the active layer has mirror-like surface. When forward voltage is applied, electron combine with the hole at the p-n junction and emit the light. This light is not a laser yet. It is confined within the active layer because the refractive index of the clad layers are lower than that of the active layer. In addition, both ends of the active layer act as a reflecting mirror where the light reciprocates in the active layer. Then the light is amplified by the stimulate emission process and laser oscillation is generated.
Hello Doctor, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Al-Tasnim binti Muhammad Sahizat, and my part for presentation today is application in real world. Point first, improvement in vaccine effectiveness. Research conducted by Ji Wang in 2014 from Harvard Medical School proved that shining a laser on the site where the vaccine is injected can increase the effectiveness of the full vaccine by up to 7 times, compared to without being done on mice and pigs. However, it does not rule out that this method will soon be applied to humans because the human skin and immune system are quite similar to pig. As well as being effective, laser will also revolutionize the vaccination process because laser means vaccine don't need needle anymore. The mechanism is a vaccine that initially used a liquid is converted into powder form. The vaccine powder is inserted into the syringe through the plaster attached to the syringe. The entry of powder from the plaster onto the syringe is caused by the laser, which has formed 10 to 100 of microchannels in the syringe. The research is still undergoing a standardization process so that it can be applied to humans. By 1995, Ice Hospital in Jakarta provided a device called the Alzheimer laser, used to correct defect in myopia. Patients with myopia, the length of the eyeball is not balanced with the curve of the cube. So the light that enters the eyes produces a shadow that cannot fall right on the retina. As a result, The eyes vision become blurry when viewing distant objects and must be corrected with an eye mirror or a contact lens. Besides the properties of laser that can produce monochromatic ray are very useful in surgery as knife. Compared to a conventional surgery knife is that the laser beam cut and plug the blood at the same time, thus reducing bleeding. Laser also help dentists clean up a patient's broken teeth, treat diabetic wounds, and can even stimulate the production of barren meal sperm. Second, laser for astronomy. Laser used to measure the distance of the Earth to the Moon carefully. By using the speed of light and the size of the sending that receive the distance of the Earth to the Moon, with an accuracy of more than 10 centimeters. This information is very useful, for example, in making a more reliable earthquake forecast and also for more about the movement of the Earth to the Moon system. The technique requires a high-powered response and that each transmit photon beam must be able to return to the collector telescope on Earth and be detect. Variation of this method is also used to measure the distance of unusable points from the Earth. The third point is laser for photography. The very interesting use of lasers is in producing three-dimensional image of objects in a process called holography. Show holographic photography made use cylindrical film. What is laser for electronics? Laser for electronics is ultra-small solid-state lasers are used in compact disc audio and compact disc video systems. The use of new lasers will develop in the future, such as signal distribution with visible light modulation and optical memory storage in computers. That's all for my presentation for application in real world. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm back. So the last part I want to describe is the conclusion. Conclusion about the laser. So we can conclude that laser is very important in our life because it can give more energy of light to become more brightness. Therefore, laser also has three components of a laser. For example, lasing material, pump source, optical cavity. There are three basic components of a laser. Laser has many applications in different fields, especially in engineering. It is one of the most important inventions in the last century. Laser is used widely in the engineering field, providing facilities while employing many engineering processes. There are many electrical appliances that have a laser. Laser also can give some energy of light to become more brightness, and in fact, laser has many applications in real world. Sorry. For example, laser as an improvement in vaccine effectiveness, astronomy, photography, electronic and communication. Last but not least, there are many electrical appliances that have a laser and big and laser can give some more energy to of light to become more brightness. So that's all from us to describe about the laser. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.